How are you this fine afternoon? Oh, I'm about as late as a turkey. I have no idea what that means. Because I hit the button as soon as the thing said zero. Aban. But anyways, I should be putting up. I gotta make a few videos today. Put them all up. I gotta do my Inktober. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do after today, but because I don't have my small paper left. Although I might have to go with this cheap paper. But oh well. Remember to hit the like button, Evan, and share it out if you've yet to. So, as you can see, drawing Stargirl today for 5 o'clock shadow for TC. Gonna have to contact Tosspot, see what he would like for a character, but I'm worrying about sketch cards next week. I'm waiting until this week is done. That goes for Skunk Girls and JP4s, Tanks. So, what are you up to today, Mr. Hotep? Besides watching me draw the girl, the star girl? Are you getting starry eyed? Designing some logos. How was Thanksgiving? Well, seeing as how probably about the only thing I did for Thanksgiving was go to a Christian singles thing on Saturday, which is the closest thing I had to Thanksgiving. It was all right. Not a lot of family, or there's a lot of family on my dad's side, but not really all that close to them. They have their own quote unquote families. And any family members that are related to my mom live near Bullet somewhere. In Nova Scotia, I think more than New Brunswick. I'm not sure whether he's in Nova Scotia or New Brunswick. He may or may not have said before, but I forget. Sorry, Bullet. I can't province dox you. Aren't you glad? Um, there was Sunday service, but other than that, no, not to my knowledge, anyways. Closest thing to a church gathering was the Christian singles. We watched a movie called. We had a potluck supper, and then had Then watched a movie called Grace Card. Christian movie called Grace Card, which is actually pretty good. Although Christian movies in the last 10, 15 years, maybe 20, have been getting better. What is that like? What is what like? Christian singles? It's not bad. Uh, been going to it for about 2 years now. So, most of them are a little bit older than me. Um, not what I'm interested in looks too. So, but that's beside the point. I go for the fellowship, something to do other than, you know, being around the house and on YouTube. You guys are all great, but it's nice to get out and get some real world interaction. Besides my mother, no offense to her. Tomorrow, next month, we have it once a month, the Christian singles, and gonna be supposed to be going bowling next month. Yes, real world stuff is fun, especially movies. Everybody here exists in the real world, but it's like we're not in each other's real world. But hopefully, coming weekend, will be very lucrative for me. Hey, Bullet, how are you? What if I don't exist in the real world? Are you saying you're a computer virus, Evan? Are you saying you're Bob? Are you? I don't think he'd be Dot. What was Dot's? Who's Bob? Reboot from the 90s? Oh, maybe you don't. Rick is talking about reboot. Yes, I watched that. Did you watch Reboot Bullet? And I don't mean the new one. Apparently, the new one sucks. I haven't seen it, but I wanted to see it, and then I heard how bad it sucked, and it's like, okay, this has nothing to do with the original. Bullet, what is it going to take you to get to draw the Canadian Shield, giving the viewer a thumb up? Yeah, the reboot is crapola. Beast Force was infallible, never associated with such trash. Yeah, well, the same people that did Beast Wars did reboot the original. There's nothing in this world that can make you draw the Canadian Shield. That's sad. How unpatriotic. Bullet. I'm not listening to this heresy. What about a Klondike bar? Klondike bar, you say, says Bullet? Might have to rethink this. No Canadian Shield drawing stunts. Bullet says, I'm listening. Depends on who you are, JP. Depends on who you are. Whether anything interesting has happened yet. To most people here, probably not. To me, no. Anybody else? Well, I have no clue either. And everybody, are you hitting the like button? Are you sharing this lovely show out? I hope so. Yes, he missed 14 minutes worth of stuff. Well, maybe 13. My pic doesn't open on your fan page. Huh? Give me a sec. Which, yeah, you've only got one. I was going to say which one. Okay, let's see. Okay, I don't know why. Here, give me a moment or two. So, the wrong thing. Fan art. Well, that's a thumbnail. We don't want the thumbnail. We want the real stuff. Uh huh. Okay, so copy. Oops, it's not even going to be in here. Which is fan art. Chances are the files are too big. That shouldn't be it. Give me a second here. You know what? Which is fan art. There, but okay, so overwrite. Hey, trusty. Let's go to here. Let's refresh. Oh. Well, this one probably isn't going to be. Okay, fan lightning by bullet. Yeah, that. So let me make sure it's. Oh, I know it's why it's not doing it. I thought it was PNG file. It's a JPEG. So we'll Control S. Overwrite. So let's go back to it. Refresh. There you go, Bullet. Fixed. Should go completely derailed. No, it was just. Hey, it also shows that you get on these things. So people that have fan art and they notice that they're putting it in and it's not going up. Hello, Rick Prime and Dr. Prime, Dr. Rick. They know that their stuff will get up there now, and if they bring up the concern that it's not working properly on the show, at least for sure on the show, they know it will get dealt with. So anybody who's got any fan art that I've yet to know of, you want to send it in, I will put it up on my website there. I might for Dillard and stuff. I might make some people who got like I don't know 6 or 7 pieces up there. I might make a section for those guys and just that way also put where they can be found here on YouTube or Twitter. This third episode is hilarious. Third episode of what? Call it the Hall of Canada, Rick. Yeah, but I only can do that for Canadian artists. I can do the Hall of Canada, put you and Cat in it. I think you are the only 2 Canadian artists to contribute thus far. You know, that could be said that more Americans have drawn the Canadian shield than, or just said that more Americans have drawn my stuff than Canadians at this point. And there's the nosy mom. Say hello to the nosy mom, everybody. That's Bullet's new tagline. Damn it, Linda. I think JP tried to use your tagline earlier today. Somebody did. I forget who. And everybody, please do be making sure you're hitting that wonderful, wonderful share button. Share on your social media. And we're at 471. We are 29 people away from 500. I'd say I don't think we could. Anybody think we could hit it by Friday? Dark place. Before I go to Comic Con, hopefully Comic Con will bring me up to 1,000. You know what? If it does, we'll have to have a really big celebration. The 500 and the 1,000 giveaways. Can you say? Send you a link. Okay, I guess you can do that. Well, I need to get the link first. What Bullet said. Copy. Linko Dillardo. The Dillard's going to come in and complain about my drawing. See, I'm such a nice guy. I let him in. No, teasing. Are you saying Dillard here is going to make you enjoy the show less, Bullet? Rick, you should draw Rick and his two sons. I wish I had two sons to draw. Oh, we got children's artist something now. Children's artist Dillard.
Hello there. Hello.
And we can see you're outside.
Don't look at my outside.
We can still see it, plus your electric door opener. I'll never see that, Rick.
Well, now what are you going to do, huh?
Whole lot of nothing. Well, I'm going to continue to draw.
And why do you want to draw that when you could be drawing what I'm working on right now?
Which is?
I have a fantastic idea, Rick. You know how every now and then I have like really good ideas?
You do?
Yeah, this one just blows all of them out of the water. Okay, so this is what it is. Do you remember the show Muppet Babies?
Yes, unfortunately.
Shut up, unfortunately. You know you love that show. I personally couldn't get enough of that show. So what I've decided to create is
Cross Babies?
essentially, yeah, it's called Cross Comics Kids. And here, I'll share it with you. Hold on. Share screen. Entire screen share. Okay, so this is essentially what it's going to be, right? Well,
oh, you gotta share your screen.
okay, what happened?
Nothing. I'm sharing your screen.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna talk when I go over there because when I go over there, I can't hear you talking, so I can't hear you interrupting me if you are. No, I'm serious. Like I cannot have like a conversation over there. Like I can just talk. So I'll be quick. I'll be like 1 minute. I'll do the 1 minute pitch, right? And then I'll come back and you tell me what you think.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So this is called Cross Comics Kids. I kind of bantered around a couple of different ideas, cross comic babies, daycare devotionals, that kind of thing like that. But what it is essentially is it's taking all of your characters. This right here is Snowdrift, and she's talking to Scorpio. This is a bad guy, and she's bringing her a ball and saying something like along the lines of, "Hey, I think the wind blew your."
The wind blew your. You went out after bringing ball.
Like,
Can anybody else?
Right.
Oh, he can't hear me. I forgot. What do I think?
Okay.
I only heard half of it. You went out about. I saw the stuff.
Okay, well, never mind then. Whatever.
You can pitch it now that you're here without that.
I
don't know whether you went out for the chat or not. I just know in here you went out.
Well, the idea was you take all of your characters, the ones from the Cross Comics universe, you turn them into little kids that live in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
Kind of like the show Recess, right? And they all have interactions with each other. But it's always a 3-panel setup. And the very at the bottom right underneath the actual comics, they'll have the lesson for the day, kind of like you have your scripture for the day, your verse of the day.
Yeah.
Like at the end of it, it'll say something along the lines of, A good Christian loves his neighbor and his enemies, and that'll be it.
Yeah, sounds definitely decent, neat.
Let's see. He says, John has a good idea. Let's steal it. No, I'm giving this idea away. You don't have to steal it. I mean, you could, but I'm giving it away. And then a bullet says, imagine if Dillard worked as hard on his own stuff as he does rocks. I think he means Rick's. Let's see. Eagle 43 is agreeing with Bullet. Evan Hotep says, you just pitched Family Circus. Possibly. But I doubt that Family Circus has the Canadian Shield.
Trusty says, I like it. Yeah, I do too. It's a different flair. Obviously, it's, just a reimagining.
No, Rick, I'm not pitching this so that it can be canon. I'm just pitching it as an idea, for God's sake.
Yeah, I know. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to get
Jeez Louise.
at. Like I said, I think that's what I was trying to get at with what I was saying. And actually, Family Circus, Evan, is one family, not the neighborhood.
This torso's too big. What are you drawing?
Stargirl. Cross Family Circus, says Eagle. And Bullet says, are you sick, Dillard?
I'm a little sick. That's all right. You can't catch anything over the internet.
Yes, you can. You can catch a virus.
It's like JL8. What's JL8?
Or, yeah, they've got the little DC stuff or whatever. Evan says you just pitched Calvin and Hobbes.
I don't know. These guys are all referencing very successful franchises. I don't have a problem with this. Oh my lord. It's too damn hot. So who's Stargirl? Who's that?
She's a DC character. I'd say obviously, but this stuff that she got from Starman. No, that just doesn't sound right, but
What happened? She couldn't find her own staff? She got a mooch off of a man?
well, I think one of them, it was her uncle or something, gave it to her or whatever. I forget exactly.
Bullet's saying a lot of cuss words in his chat. I don't know if I like that.
Trusty says, Little Justice League, you sound like a 10-pound bag of lip stuffed into a thimble, Dillard. Well, just as long as
we're all here to do
Melina.
What we can do. Yeah, essentially across Family Circus, we just make it Canadian. That's all it has to be. It just has to be Canadian.
That's going to be one big neighborhood.
Well, that's if, we're doing all your characters. Obviously, we're not going to do all your characters because not all your characters are good. We're just going to be doing the 7 premier characters and the 7 premier villains.
I'm not sure whether I have 7 premier villains.
But I am.
You sure I have 7 premier villains?
Mm-hmm.
Who would you say they are then?
Bullet says he was sick for a week and a half. Damn. I don't know. Let me go look. Let me see.
Yay!
I have it here somewhere. No, I guess I don't. Never mind. Let me go back over here and share. Well, not share, but just turn on my camera. Now that I have it facing my my screen.
Let's see. If I was to pick out 7 premier villains. Okay. That's not good.
Well, number 1 would be Leo, the homeless homosexual. Then it would be Scorpio.
Okay, you're picking the.
All right. Am I still cutting in and out, or am I all right now?
You're all right. Actually, I'd say Tank. Not sure who else. Tank, Horsefly, Absorb. Speed.
That's a villain?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not very familiar with your villain universe.
The villains, yeah. Oh, Toxico, he's definitely a premier villain. I don't even know how many I named there. Let's see, I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I said Tank, Toxico, Sword, Speed.
JP4 says, you guys are always sick. Trusty says, JL8 is really good. You should look it up. Bullet says, you could have Lady Lightning trying to shock Leo straight. Laugh out loud. JP4 says, the buckler. Bullet says, these write themselves. I know, right? So Bullet, why don't you just do a 3-panel and throw it up too? Yeah, Ray, you can take this 3-panel setup right here that I have, and just shoot it out to people and be like, "Hey, draw me a little comic strip with a Christian lesson." You could even make a whole nother book with just a bunch of these.
Yeah.
Or you could just throw a bunch of these in the back of the Canadian buckler. I mean, the Canadian shield to fill out the page count.
I got 6. I don't have 7. I'm not sure who my 7th one would be. Sunset, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I might. Yeah, I've seen little. They've done a whole bunch of those the kid type stuff of the DC universe. Hey, Bob! Bob is here. He's bobbing up and down. Bob, 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 bob.
Bob it up and down on what?
I don't know, but your mind's sick, Dillard. uh, Leo is straight. He doesn't need to be shocked straight.
Bull. There's no way Leo's straight.
He's got a wife and kids.
On the down low. Nobody has to know.
No, not this Bob.
Keep
This
it
Bob
on the down low.
But maybe we should reboot Bob. That way he'll come around more often.
Leo, straight my foot. No, I got a better idea. I got a better idea than all of this.
Okay, what's your idea now?
This is all a terrible idea in comparison to the idea that I just had right now.
Well, you know who might be perfect to draw it? If I could get her to do it?
Pope Raven?
No. Nerd Wonder.
Who the hell is that?
Oh, come on. You can't tell me you've been in this community like a year and a half and you have no idea who Nerd Wonder is.
I can't keep up with all you people. Is she another Christian creator?
No, actually. Not as far as I know, anyways. She did the little from Graveyard Shift, the thing from that, the first one, when they were kids or whatever, going to the movies or whatever.
Ew, it's a mosquito, ew.
You heard it, folks. John's scared of a mosquito.
Oh my god, I have a mosquito bite on my thigh, and I squeezed the hell out of it, right? And it has 3 little openings opened up, and I've been scratching it for the last day and a half. Dude, nothing bugs me more than mosquitoes. It's outrageous.
Explain it away, Rick. I haven't been here that long. Explain what away? Nerd Wonder?
This Nerd Wonder character you keep going on about.
She's got her own channel called The Nerd Wonder. She's been on Mike. She's been on Ethan's.
Well, she's so cool. How come a cool guy like me never heard of her?
Apparently, you're not as cool as you think you are. Then.
Oh no!
Bob says, "Hey, Rock." I think he meant Rick. Have you yet to watch the new Joker? Is it good? I just assumed you watched it. Yes, I've seen it.
Oh, I watched it. Garbage, hot trash.
It was all right, but
Boring.
not as good as what I think everybody makes it out to be. In my never ever so humble opinion.
It's boring, Rick.
Well, that I can't disagree with.
It's like it took like 30 minutes to get started. Tell me I'm lying.
You can't say you are. Oh, did it get started after 30 minutes?
It did. But look, like, okay, it was shot beautifully for the first 15 minutes. I was entranced by the way they made it look like the old, Scorsese movies. They made it look kind of almost sepia. You know what I mean? But everything was in super high def. Him just walking back and forth to work and back and stuff. It just looked beautiful. Everything was beautiful. In that grungy, grimy Gotham, everything looked gorgeous. You know what I mean? And then they just gave up after 15 minutes. and it just looked like a regular old film from like 1985. Filmed in that ugly, awful Lost Boys way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It looked like a dated, cheap movie. And God, just watching him run around made my feet hurt.
And of course, that's only two people's opinion. I know there's
No,
lots
this
of
is
people.
this is the definitive opinion here, my opinion.
I know Bullet would not Bullet. Avery disagree with you. He really liked it. I wasn't super impressed with it. I'm just glad I went to see it on a Tuesday. Is all I'll say.
Yeah, I went. It was the last showing of the night, so we got pretty good seats.
It was pretty full where I went to see it. I got a half decent seat, but Tuesday's cheap day, so I didn't spend a lot to go see it.
No, the thing is, like, can you think? This is the thing. I think that the premise of the movie was flawed because for the life of me, racking my brain back and forth, I couldn't think of any way that they could make it better without ruining it in one aspect or another. Because they made him not like any Joker iteration that has ever been before.
Yeah.
He is just a natural born loser.
Well, they've had that before.
No, but the thing is, even they did have that before, but he was able to say cool things.
Yeah.
This Joker couldn't make a snappy comeback to save his life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sounds like a fake geek girl, says Bullet. Probably the taint area. I'm not sure what that's referring to. Evan says, Rick, I don't have time to watch other channels, Rick. He says if I was a girl. Bob says that's disappointing. JP says, Rick, don't waffle. But what? My opinion on the movie? It was all right. Like I said, I'm glad I seen it on a Tuesday when, I only had to pay $7.50 to see it. So to me, it definitely wasn't worth a regular day price.
Right. And yeah. And the thing is, the whole issue with the girl down the hall, it was telegraphed a mile away. Like at no point, the movie tries to talk down to you, but it's not smart enough to talk down to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like listening to Chester.
Let's see. Evan also says, Kat said the Joker was great, but she wouldn't elaborate further. So I assume it sucks. Eagle says, it probably does suck. Joker is Batman's worst enemy, says Eagle. Bob says, night. Have a good night. I guess he's taking off. Eagle says, Harley Quinn is the only one who is worse than the Joker. And then Evan says, and Todd Phillips directed the Hangover trilogy. So hard to pass on the Joker. Oh, but did you guys see the Sesame Street parody on that? The Joker?
No, I didn't see it.
You probably, I'm not sure where you can find it. Hopefully you can find it here on YouTube. It's Oscar the Grouch.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty funny.
Oh, now have you? Because I watched Sesame Street with my daughter, and they had a parody. They have like a series of parodies, like for 3 or 4 shows in a row, where it was like all the Sesame Street characters as the Avengers.
Yeah, well,
that was fantastic.
This isn't that type of parody. I'd say this is live action. All the characters are there, but they're real people. They're not the puppets or the Muppets. Actually, in some ways it looked better than the movie.
JP is asking, so is the animated series a go? What's going on?
I think me and Model need to work some things out.
Are you being all staunch and stingy again, Ray?
I wouldn't call it staunch and stingy. Somebody has to be the editor, right? I'm the guy that knows the characters even better than.
I don't know. I was asking you if you knew the characters earlier today, and you apparently did not.
I know them. I know them to write them. But getting the words out to describe how you want it. I've written all eight. Oh, well, I've written 8 episode or things of the Canadian Shield, and I think all 8 of them are available on my Facebook page, not page, group. But I've actually had other people write a few scripts before, but again, with me, the editor.
Let me ask you. Can I ask you a controversial question, Ray?
I guess so.
What is your opinion on the beef going on between Miller and Malin right now?
Definitely, that is controversial. Well,
did you watch it? Let me ask you another question then. Did you watch Malin's video he released last night?
I watched part of it, probably about a quarter of it. So I don't know if he had a point. Well, probably his point is he didn't cheat or anything.
The point was this, in a nutshell. The point was, and they elaborated further. Ethan and Malin went live like about 30 minutes after he posted that video.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And the gist of it was this. When Drawn and Quartered first started, it was fun. And you remember they used to say things like, or Edwin would come on and say, trash talk is encouraged. Hits to people's egos, is a necessity. That kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it started getting to the point where that was discouraged because people were counting on those votes and getting a higher placement in the Drawn and Quartered so that they could then sell their artwork on the auctions for more money. And Malin is of the opinion that drawing shows are boring, which I would agree.
Yeah, I see how that can be, but the question is, did anybody ask Malin to do something to bring up the viewership? And that may or may not be so. And then maybe that doesn't really matter, or maybe it does. But take you if you went on there. Could you compete with him being able to get 400 votes?
Oh, absolutely not.
Or any of those other guys, or just take Gary Shipman. Can he compete with that?
No.
Mike might be able to. Or
I don't understand what you're getting at. Are you getting at that you think that the Drawn and Quartered show is an actual competition that has prestige to it?
Well, I get the fact that there needs to be trash talking and all that stuff. I get the element that you need more than just people drawing. I get that. You're right.
Uh-huh.
Just sitting there with nobody saying much of anything, it is a bit boring, and people are going to tune out. I get that.
People are sitting around saying, Hey, that's a really nice gesture you got there. Oh, looks really good. Hey, thanks, man. Boring. And I do agree with Malin solely because that was his role since the beginning of the show, since it first started.
Or that's what he made his role, anyways.
Yeah.
The question is, did anybody ask him to? Probably not. It's just.
Did anybody ever ask him to stop?
Yeah, there's that too. I have mixed, as you can see, mixed feelings. I get that the show there needs to be an entertainment value there. But, if you're going to have a show where it is somewhat of a competition, and it is, because, yeah, I don't know how many times I went on there and just voted for somebody because they were somebody I knew. We did that for the fan edition several times. Fan edition person went on, we went and we voted for them.
Uh-huh.
But there was times that I actually voted, because of the art too,
Mm-hmm.
So you've got both aspects. You got, as I would say, you got people that are voting because of the art, and you have people voting because of who somebody is.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's probably, I could be wrong. I think that's probably about equal for who does that. But Malin put it way out of balance for who votes which way. He made it so 90%, or maybe not 90%, 75, whatever percent you want to give to it.
Uh-huh.
Voted for the person just because they are that person. Malin could have showed up and drawn nothing, and he would have got that 400 votes.
Well, he did.
Well, he drew something that day, but my point is he could just show up at that point and draw nothing and win.
Mm-hmm.
And is that right? Obviously, I'd say not.
Why not?
Everybody that he shows up to what is supposed to be somewhat of a drawing competition. Yeah, I get the personality stuff or popularity. Is there. And, I don't know what I'm saying, I guess. Sounds like I'm going around in circles. I think both points are valid, I guess. I get that there needs to be entertainment. But at the same time, you can't have it that overwhelming. I guess that nobody else can win except for one or two people. Then it just seems rigged.
So do you think, okay, say for instance, you are a super big fan of Elliot Goodson, right? And or Elliot Fernandez. You're a super big fan of Elliot Fernandez, right? And you really want to buy something of his. And he loses to John Malin because John Malin rigs the votes. Does that make you not want to buy something from Elliot Fernandez?
No. I don't care whether he really won or lost, because if he's got good artwork, I'm going to want to buy it no matter what, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all these guys, they've got good artwork, so,
So realistically, what does it matter if John Malin rigs the thing and he wins because everybody's having fun?
Yeah, but at that point, is it fun that every week that Malin's going to win? Up until this point, until he started, as I said, rig the vote, and I believe that's what it was, you didn't know who was going to win for sure.
But nobody really cared.
Yeah. Well, they cared, but they didn't care. When there was a chance, Malin won by over 400 votes. Nobody was even close to him,
Uh-huh.
So I think that's where it comes down to. That nobody cared when it could easily go either way, for lack of a better way of saying it. If you know what I mean? Yeah, you didn't care who won when it could have been anybody that won But when you know it's always going to be one person, or most likely, or one or two people, then you care. Or some people do, anyways. I do a little, although I had stopped watching it pretty much myself.
Right. And that this is the
Or
thing that
like,
I'm getting. This is the thing that I'm getting at. You're not alone in that, Rick. A lot of people have stopped watching because it's gotten to the point where it's kind of boring, and people are talking about this and that, and they're talking about the auction, and you get a chance to, if you like what you see here, you can purchase it on Thursday. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Or Friday night. Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, cool, but where's the fun? Where's the trash talk? Where's everything? There's nothing there anymore.
yeah. Okay, so try and bring back the trash talk. I get that. I'm not against bringing back the trash talk. I'm not sure why I stopped watching it. I got doing other stuff on Wednesday nights, and it didn't become. I can only watch a drawing competition every so often. Maybe there's the thing in and of itself. It became so mundane that it was always going to be there every week. So
Mm-hmm.
and
Same thing. I feel the same way about the auctions. And EVS and Malin were talking about that too. They were like, the auctions used to be fun. The auctions used to be, you used to go on there and sell garbage to people, and they would get a bunch of money or even be low money. But it was, you can get an Ethan Van Sciver piece for cheap because he was drawing it with his foot, or he was drawing a picture of Rose Tico as Jabba the Hutt, or something stupid,
yeah, but it depends what you mean by cheap. Some of that stuff goes for fairly big. Hence why some ways I opened up mine, well, to try and get money myself, but
Yeah,
at
but
the
people
same
don't want to. People don't want to tune in to watch
time,
somebody try to sell something because you can tell they're behind on their bills, is what they were saying.
yeah,
It's kind of gross. It makes you feel uneasy. It feels like almost like you're taking advantage of the viewership.
yeah, that I can agree. I think I can get why doing it every week for that is good because, but the thing is, I think you should have more artists on there, than just the normal what 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
I got on there once myself, the auctions, and that was because I was fundraising. But then I tried to get on again. Well, still while fundraising, and it's like, oh, basically because you only got $20 for one piece this one time. On that show. Not counting those pieces that I got $75 for. You know, oh, we don't have you want. I don't want you on because you're taking money away from these other guys.
Yeah, it's like, that's gross. Like, who wants to talk about that stuff? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, everybody goes through financial hardships. That's a fact. But
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about somebody else's financial hardships every time I tune in.
Yeah. Well, he never said that, outright. That was in a DM to me. And actually that turned me off of Mike for a while. Sometimes I'd go in and watch his stuff, but I wouldn't give him a like. I wouldn't share it out. Now I'm back to actually giving him a like, but
But I don't know. Do you get what I mean? Where it's like, okay, but that's not why I want to watch these shows. I don't want to watch the show for, let me see how he does his crotch hashing today.
yeah,
I don't care.
yeah. Well, you don't, but I'm sure there's other people that do. But again,
That's also up for debate.
and of course, once they put the fan stuff that they went over for the fan, pro vote, that got a lot more people watching.
Yeah, because it was fun. It was like, oh, look at, we're uplifting people from the community. There's the
Yeah,
draw and quarter draw along. You know what I mean? That's fun stuff.
yeah,
And now it's like, oh no, we got to make sure we promote these guys because we want them to get a good price for their artwork. You know what I mean? Like, oh, get out of here.
let me catch up with the chat quick. Model isn't Canadian enough. You should get dual citizenship, said Eagle. There's probably more stuff before that, but or go through some made up ritual by Rick. Okay, no idea what that said. Evan says tuning out now. JP says right. Eagle says I don't like Malin's art. JP4 says, but John John's art is better. Eagle says our stick figures show is boring. What JP4 said. Oh, Midway movie is coming out. JP4 says Eagle is kind of looks like crap though. Um, oh, it kind of looks like crap. I'm not sure what he's talking about there. Eagle says trash drawing better than trash talking.
It's like the reason I see it, I mean, I see it this way. Why do I feel like the drawn and quartered fan edition is way more entertaining to watch than the pro edition?
I don't know. I've tuned out of that too. I've tuned out of both. So.
Well, I can understand because you got screwed twice. Yeah.
You know, I tuned out before that. I'm gonna be on this. I'm gonna be on this Thursday too, and you know what's gonna happen, right?
What's gonna happen?
I'm gonna win, and I got no pro edition to go to.
Well, you should still try your best anyway.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's now been called the Drawn and Quartered Ultimate Edition.
Yeah. Eagle then says, "Does it? I've only seen one commercial. Okay, maybe that's a Midway movie or whatever." JP says, "I don't like the actors." Okay, I'm not sure what they're talking about. Maybe
they're talking about some like Pearl Harbor Part 2 movie.
Oh yeah. Who's in it? It says Eagle says the real question is why won't any one of these art shows draw the shadow? Evan says I never watched D&Q because it was always rigged. He believes it's always rigged. Eagle says all these DC artists are Batman fanboys. Testy Cool says bless you, and then says EBS sucks. McCrank's here, and he's saying, what? Mike telling you can't come on because you will take money away from the other guys? What kind of BS is that? That was my thoughts, too. Just because he doesn't want to spend 20 minutes on me, for getting $20. Well, don't spend 20 minutes on me, then. If I don't sell, nobody bids in like 2 minutes, move on to the next guy. I got no problem with that. And then Evan says, nah, the fan edition is boring too. So we're caught up.
All right.
Just don't want to be accused of abandoning the chat like some people are. Mainly Andrew.
Because my opinion is this: like, there's a time and a place for serious, good drawings.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a serious, good, well thought out, planned drawing is extremely tedious and boring to watch happen.
Yeah.
I think, for me anyway, I enjoy shows like Scribbattle, where things are fast paced, they're sloppy, and I have fun doing it.
Yeah.
Rather than just sitting there watching me do hatch marks and cross hatch marks on a drawing that's 11 by 17, massive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's it. And all that entire conversation was a roundabout way of getting to the main point. And the main point is stuff like this, what we're doing here, the Cross Comics Daycare, the other drawing that this one I'm working on here, which is the Canadian shield and the Canadian buckler on a cross country tour of Canada in a big rig truck. All that stuff. It's more fun. I have more fun doing it when I interact with other people. While I'm doing this stuff, they seem to be enjoying it more than just talking about fulfillment and packaging and SJWs.
Yeah. Oh heck, I do as you know, I do drawing almost every day, and that I make sure I interact with the chat. That way, they're hopefully not bored.
Evan says, "Scribettle tonight."
You opened a can of worms there, but he did have a question for you. He says, "I have a question for Dillard. Where's Mitch?" JP4 says, "Mitch."
Yeah, Mitch Bright. I was giving Mitch Brightweiser a hard time on Coffee Akihabara. What was the word? God.
And JP says, "Don't tell Rick. Don't tell me what."
Don't tell you nothing.
Thing is to not tell me. To tell me what? You don't have to tell me. You're not supposed to tell me. You'd have to tell me.
I don't believe that's true.
Evan says, "Incalculate." What's incalculate?
Huh?
Or incalculable?
Oh, inculcate. Yeah, he used the word inculcate like crazy wrong. And then I just started making up words like, or making up sentences like, I using inculcate in place of words that are also difficult or have a real easily decipherable meaning. That's also incorrect. And I was getting blackballed. Nobody was reading my comments because they were too offensive.
Yeah, whenever I, get into fulfillment stage, I'll do short videos for that. You know, my quick vids, record myself doing it and then, shrink it down, talk over it for 30 seconds while it's a 5-minute video.
Snowdrift.
JP4 says, "That's what I like about John. He's a phantom." He's Snowdrift? You're Snowdrift?
This Snowdrift over here on the left.
Oh,
And this is Scorpion.
should be a snowball.
And it's cursing. She's gonna say something along a little bit more cleaned up, but something along the lines of, "Damn you, Snowdrift! I hate you a little less."
Bullet says, "Incalculate as that is, I would have to agree." So you got your shifts changed on you again? You were saying?
Who, me?
I think this.
No,
Yeah.
that wasn't me saying anything. Like I said, nothing of the sort.
Confusing you for somebody.
And don't hate me for the rest of my life, Rick, but I'm simplifying these costumes a little bit so I don't have to draw every single detail on these tiny panels.
Well, they're kids, of course. You got to simplify them a little bit. But just a little bit. No. Okay, so what do we talk? What controversial topic do we talk about now? To run everybody away? No.
No. What? I'm live with Rick right now. What's going on? No, electricity. Yeah. I got my electricity bill coming up. And it's big because I run my AC 24/7.
Yeah, I can believe that then. Let's see. Simplify equals make better. Columbus Day, says JB4. Evan says Rick Apocalypse.
All right, so how does that look, Rick?
Good.
All right, then. I'm running with it.
So is this going to go up on your thing? Where's this going up on?
This is going to go up on wherever you want it to go up on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I got to tweet out that commission I just finished, too. Hold on. Let me go do that right now.
All Canadians are, Rick says.
Let's see here. Tweet. I say just finished. Latest commission. For Neil Valentine. And let's add the picture. Let's go find the picture. Here it is. And tweet.
Evan says, I take that as an official endorsement by Cross Kids by Rick Piper. Or I think he means for Cross Kids by Rick Piper.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my official endorsement. Sounds like a good idea. That's not, we know, everybody knows it's not canon.
Oh my God, who cares?
See,
you don't even know your own canon, Rick. Why would anybody want to be in your canon?
So they get shot out of it? I don't know why somebody wants to get shot out of a cannon, though, but.
Nor do I.
You want to get shot out of a cannon, Evan or JP or Bullet? Anybody, those 5 people watching, listening? Would you like to get shot out of a cannon?
Who's going to color these?
Wow. You?
Woo! I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be back.
Evan says, I like that author. Which author? Or Arthur, do you mean? Miss Dillard Draw says, Dillard is a children's artist now. It's appearing that way. Do you like it that your husband is a children's artist now, Miss Dillard? Johnny Depp shot Hunter S. Thompson out of a cannon. Rick, Rick, if you could only choose between a half-human grasshopper for a son and a giant eye with teeth for a son, which one would you choose? The half grasshopper, half human. Excuse me. Laugh out loud. Well, I would prefer he be one than some of the racy art I've seen. So we'll have to tell John that you prefer him as a kid's artist than some of the racy art that he's set forth. Oh, this is also my account. I had to create another one. Do you mean you, Dillard, or your wife? Are you pretending to be your wife, Dillard? But all the kids will look like John. The wife. Well, why wouldn't I think it was you? He thinks. It says Mrs. Dillard draws, so unless somebody tells me otherwise, I'm gonna believe it's girl Mrs. Dillard. Under one that says Mrs. Dillard draws. You should see what that Wallace guy asked him to draw. The Halloween series makes no sense. First, there's a daughter, then a son, and then a daughter again. Cross, I wouldn't lie to you. I'm excited for your upcoming campaign and your cross kids, too. Yes, I'm excited for it, too. Right now, my major concentration is this weekend coming up. hopefully I'm able to make some money. And hopefully the prints that John paid for me for will be here in time. They're not getting here today, and part of their thing says, "Oh, it's still in production," and then another part says it was finished on the 10th, but nothing about delivery, except that it was supposed to be here. This is the day that I picked, and I contact them about it, and it's like, "Oh, this is the day you picked, the 14th." Yeah, I know that, but it's saying this on your website. What the hell? Or what the heaven? Whatever. You know what I mean. But Mrs. Dillard, you should get a cross comic shirt too. I'm sure you have access to be able to do it. There's a link in the description for my store.
I wanted love. I needed love most of all. Hello.
Hello.
Ew, what kind of voice is that?
I don't know.
Stop it with your mongoloid voice.
Yeah.
So what did I miss?
Not much. Your wife.
What is she
She,
doing?
she likes you doing the cross kids better than
Oh, please.
all the racy drawings you've been doing.
What racy drawings have I been doing?
I don't know. She said something about this guy that just got you to do commission. What he had you draw?
Okay. Oh. That's that NSFW commissions.
That tied up girl too. Well, that was for a drawn and quarter, wasn't it?
Yeah. But that wasn't like nobody was pulling my leg to do that drawing. That was my own idea.
Bullet says, yeah, Halloween is a series is actually about how confused with his sexuality Myers really is. Now there's Michael Myers cult. What's wrong with this show? I don't know. Hopefully there's great. No, I don't want to cross comics cult.
Well, you may have to have one before long. Oh man, I'm feeling like there's way too many minutes in the day.
Yeah, I was feeling that way earlier.
What is going on with my line work? In heavens. Okay, there we go. There we go. We're back on track. So are you watching Gotham or no?
Well, it's over, isn't it?
Oh, they got a new season.
No. because they ended with last year with Bruce coming back as Batman. They right at the end they took he went away and then he came back as Batman right at the end of the last episode last season.
Hmm.
Or are you seeing that on Netflix? A new season.
Netflix.
Oh, that's probably what it is then. That's behind. So sorry for the spoilers. Sorry for the spoilers, John. If you haven't seen the everything.
Rick, when have I ever given you any impression that I care about spoilers? I actively seek out spoilers.
Okay.
Like when the Avengers Endgame came out, first thing I did was hop on YouTube and type Avengers spoiler cast. I need information. Like I can't stand not knowing what's going on.
Rick or John, explain the Halloween movies in a song. Well, I can't because I've never watched them. So maybe John can help you there.
Well, I always thought the Halloween movies were boring. They were like, I don't know. Like they wanted to be cool like the other slasher movies like Friday the 13th and A Nightmare on Elm Street, but they just weren't. They had a lame protagonist. They had a lame villain. It's just lame.
Although I think, the Halloween movies came out before
Yeah, they
Elm
did.
Street.
That's why they're bad. They're so bad.
Before Elm Street, but I don't think they came out before Friday the 13th or maybe
Well,
around.
they came out before, so they didn't have the benefit of being good and having somebody to work off of. They had to kind of blaze the trail. So it just came out bad.
Eagles saying, spoiler, Batman was a ripoff of Shadow. The Shadow.
That's not a spoiler. That's just not true. The Shadow was a garbage character that died way before Batman even came around.
Well, that might not be true.
Oh, you're telling me that when Batman came out and attained popularity, the Shadow was still very popular?
Yeah, probably.
No.
Because when was the Shadow popular?
Never.
Never.
That's how I know it's a lie.
Because Batman was thought of in the late 1930s, so, and that would have been probably around the time of the Shadow as well. So,
What are you working on, Rick?
Stargirl.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And just put a few stars in the. My reference has on it stars. A whole bunch of stars. Try and waste some time for 20 minutes.
Why? What's happening in 20 minutes?
The end of the show?
Oh. All right.
Unless somebody super rad comes on and that, 5 minutes before, then it might go a little later.
Did you say super rad?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so who would you consider to be super rad as a guest that comes on?
Ah, your wife saying, John, let me see your drawing. I just see an open mouth in the glare.
Oh Lord. Okay. There it is.
Here, let me focus it on you. You can see John's nice plaid shirt and the and I'm getting a cup of coffee or drinking from his coffee.
Well, the drawing. Can you see the drawing?
Somewhat.
Does it need
Don't
to be
call it
larger?
that.
How about there?
Yeah.
Well, all right, good enough. Let me get a circle template going on here because I know when to use circle templates.
So do I think.
Your templates are always all crazy, Rick. Okay.
Eagle says the shadow was the king of radio and pulps.
Yeah, if you say so, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, John couldn't do research on the 1930s, one way or another.
I can't be bothered to look up the shadow. It's just unappealing character. That's all,
He's just a shadow in John's existence.
and not even that.
Shadow of his imagination.
So, do you want me to send you this cross comics daycare template?
Yeah. Well, I think Cross Comics Kids sounds better.
Why? Why did it go back to daycare? I thought I changed that. Oh yeah, I started pressing back a bunch of times. Okay, never mind.
So everybody out there like Cross Comics Kids? Mrs. Dillard votes for Cross Comics Kids.
She would.
Batman watches over the city with a couple of kids, and the Shadow watches over the city with agents whose lives he saves. So
Sounds
you say,
boring.
so you're saying Batman by taking in Dick Grayson didn't save his life after his parents were brutally murdered? Maybe not save his life physically, but or Jason Todd take him in from the streets and give him a home and save his life that way.
Jason Todd, that ungrateful bastard.
Sure, the Joker found him later and brutally murdered him, but that's like beside the point.
And was that Batman's fault? No. Didn't Batman tell him not to do that, and he had to go track him down. He was just too late to save him.
Yeah. Depending on which continuity you go with, it's hard to say anything about Tim Drake. But isn't he saving his son by teaching him morality instead of becoming a bloodthirsty killer like Ra's al Ghul's taught him to do?
I agree, Rick.
So I'd say Batman is helped by the lives he saved.
Oh, you can't tell these shadow shills that.
They're shadowing themselves from the facts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised that Eagle hasn't responded with something. Well, nobody's been seeing me draw. I had it focused.
Oh, Lordy Lou, it looks like my mother-in-law just showed up. Oh, you think I'm lying? Look
No.
at this. Look at this. I think she just pulled up down there in the driveway somewhere.
I see somebody down there.
There's somebody. There's somebody down there. That truck just pulled up over there.
So did anybody close on the house or not?
Yeah, we had an offer and
I know you.
we accepted it. So we opened escrow. I don't want to look up the email. It was like 2 or 3 days ago.
Oh, that's good.
Thursday they got an inspector coming in, but the guy's already waived his inspection contingency.
Nah. Oh, that's good. Eagle says the shadow saves people's lives, then they owe him, and he collects.
Sounds like a jerk is what it sounds like.
Yeah, well, Batman saves people's lives, and then they owe him, but he doesn't collect on the fact that they owe him for saving their lives. Except for he was even against the Robins becoming Robins, so he had to fight Tim. Not Tim. We had to fight Tim becoming the Robin. He had to fight Dick. Think about I'm grilling Rick. I can't. I'm grilling Rick. I can't respond. Joshua says the shadow collects people. That sounds pretty shady.
Yeah, it sounds like some villain stuff going on over there.
How does he collect off people? Oh man, Hugo retracted his message. About saying yes, Batman does collect the shadows, the night of darkness. Batman, the Dark Knight.
Yeah, he does that too. And he has a cooler name.
The Boy Blunder. Oh, I mean the Boy Wonder. Robin, the Boy Wonder.
Robin the Boy Hostage.
You're robbing the boy who's hostage.
It's not what I said at all.
It's just like, why is Why does Batman not like Dick Grayson?
I don't know, Rick. Why?
Because how did I say that before? Because Dick Grayson would be Robin Nightwing. Robin. I said that wrong. Robin Batman.
You gotta say that over again.
Batman does not like Dick Grayson because he's Robin Batman.
Okay.
And, for all his money, all his back. Arthur Breed is here and says, hello, ladies. Well, hello yourself, Reedy girl.
Oh, snap.
Eagle says, hello, Rick, a.k.a. Reed. Eagle says, all Canadians named Rick. Joshua says, because he's not gay. And Eagle says, oh, God, that was bad. And the Shadow was a World War I ace and the spy. Well, Batman's a master tactician. Fight between the Shadow and Batman. Bat in the Sun, or what's the name should do it? Death Battle should do that.
What? Oh, you're talking about the Batman versus Shadow thing?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, Rick. Like, Batman's obviously superior, right? Right. So if you were to go ahead and say, yeah, let's have a death battle between Batman and the Shadow, that would be admitting that, like, there's competition there. Right? So it's like, it's kind of like not in Batman's best interest to even get into that squabble.
Well, Beagle wants it done. I think he should pester one of them to do it. See what they come up with. Although, like you said, he might not like the results.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah. Here we go around
Joshua.
the mulberry bush. What?
I never said Joshua was here, and I never said hi. Arthur Reed says happy Thanksgiving. Well, back at you, Reed.
What does Reed think of the Cross Comics Kids idea?
I don't think he's heard it yet.
Tell him about it, Rick.
John has had this idea to kidify all the Cross Comics characters and do a 3-panel story highlighting some moral, scriptural thing. In this case, he's got my character Snowdrift and Scorpio together, and maybe he can tell the story.
No, you can tell the story. Go ahead.
I don't know. I know Snowdrift's got a ball and she's giving it to Scorpio, but
Snowdrift has a ball here and she's handing it to Scorpio, and she's saying currently, "Hey, Scorpio, I think the wind blew your ball over into our backyard." And then this panel, Scorpio, she's in her inner dialogue. She's saying, "Why would she bring me this ball? She knows that I hate her guts." And then she's gonna say, "Darn you, Snowdrift, I hate you a little less." And then on the bottom is gonna be the scripture, or just maybe even a blurb saying, "A good Christian loves his enemies as well as his friends."
Cool. And Eagle says, Batman fanboys would always ruin Batman Shadow team-ups. Uh, Eagle says, read a pulp, shadow pulp, then tell me that.
I did. When he started going around, like, first talking about shadow pulps, I was like, all right, let me go check one of these out. I fell asleep with the thing on my lap.
Eagle says, if my burger's burned, Rick, I'm going to blame you. Well, blame me all you want, I guess. Not much blaming me's going to do for you, though. You still have to cook more burgers.
All right, so how are we going to color this, Rick? How would you like it colored? Very bright and vibrant, or make it look like an old timey comic strip?
He says, which one did you read? Probably Bright, I'd say, you know. Well, maybe Snowdrift Bright since she's the hero.
Well, we can only have one bright, or we can only do like one thing. Like we do a bright or dark. We can't like change the way it's drawn right in the middle of it.
Evan says vibrant. Duh. Yeah. Okay, yeah, well, we'll go vibrant then.
Right.
As turkey makes me sleepy. I take it you had your Thanksgiving dinner today, Reed?
Yeah, well, you got to be all up in his business, Rick.
What will ET higher ratings? Cross Comics Kids or the Canadian Shield animated series?
Probably the animated series, but Rick will never let that happen.
Hey,
He refuses to let his franchise become a success.
I don't refuse that. I just refuse not to have me to have any involvement whatsoever.
Well, Rick, I mean, you had absolutely no involvement in what I'm doing right here, and is this something that's like completely offensive to you?
No, but he's also talking a little bit more.
He's talking about making it funny and fun.
Yeah, well, I want funny and fun, but you know, I've got to have some say in it. You know,
Why,
you asked.
you got something funny to say?
Yeah, that's looking very green.
It is green. You couldn't tell.
No, I think you're very green on doing these kid strips.
I don't get it.
Reed says all weekend long, I guess, has been his Thanksgiving dinner. Cool. And Eagle says The Shadow was written by a magician slash ghost writer of a magician such as Houdini and Blackstone.
So it wasn't written by an actual writer, is what he's saying. What is this? Snowdrift? Is she all pale blue? Is that the one that's all blue?
Well, her skin isn't pale blue.
What is her skin?
Regular white.
Okay, and what about this other character, Scorpio?
She's white too, I believe.
Oh, surprise, surprise. White man making white characters.
I think John just tried to insult me.
If I tried to insult you, you'd know it. I'm pretty good at that stuff. All right, all right. Let's see. Okay. And then one more. What color is Scorpio's hair? White?
No. Give me a second.
Yeah, it is. Never mind.
No, that's probably not. I just didn't color it in there.
Oh, you should probably take this picture off your website then.
Yeah. It was the only good one that I had at the time.
Okay, hair strawberry blonde, it says.
Okay.
What about your snowdrift? She have blue hair?
Yeah. Model says, why does Pope Fire have cat's ball? Eagle says, Walter B. Gibson was ghostwriter for Blackstone and Houdini. SJW Joshua says, both of these characters are white. This is problematic. Rick needs more diversity. Oh, well. I'm sure once we show, let's see, the Flame or Electide or Canadian Shield.
Yes. Rick has token black characters in his universe. Thank you very much.
Who was it say? And Ozona, you know, they're all not white. I can't help it. John decided to use the white characters.
So, where's your Mexican characters?
Not sure.
Now you got like 487,000 characters, and not one of them are Mexican.
I don't know. Like I Hispanic, maybe. Well, I probably got Hispanic in there for sure.
What does that mean? Like Puerto Rican or something?
I don't know. It just means Hispanic, not white, not black.
What color is Snowdrift's hair?
Blue. I think lighter blue or mid blue, brightish blue. Yeah, that looks like it. Good. What you have there on the side. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. Probably a slightly brighter blue than that.
What do you mean brighter? You mean
Let's
lighter, or do you mean more saturated?
Let's see. I got pics here. Where did I put them?
Oh, let me go to these Cross Comics characters. Hold on. She has super dark blue hair. You don't even know your characters, Rick.
Cat mean cat. You mean cat. You mean Rick who likes cats. He says, or Sister Rick. It's hard to pick colors for Rick. Well, to me, that's not super dark blue. That's probably more of a medium blue.
Like after I'm done, and then you can edit it.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. That's good there. That's why Rick
And then the
can't
cross,
pick color.
the cross is yellow on her
Yellow.
chest.
Model just do it all in red and white. It's eagle.
So what color should this ball be? Red?
Yeah, I guess so.
Me, I'll make it orange. There we go. Oh, now I got to go back to the characters and go to the villains.
Josh Model says, John, I have a continuity issue here. Well, Eagle said, or all the colors
These
of the maple leaf.
continuity. These continuity, nor are they canon.
Hey, comic artist JW, who let Dillard on the show? Me.
Well, now I can't be on a show. What's going on?
Model just alluded to Canada being the Illuminati, says Eagle.
What does he say?
That model just alluded to Canada being the Illuminati.
Oh yeah, it probably is. Oh, you're killing me, Rick, with all these different colors.
Model says Scorpio didn't order her costume from the catalog until after she lost a beauty pageant. She didn't have her costume at that age. Start over, says Model.
I am well aware of the story of Scorpio. I am not going to be starting over.
Eagle points up to the start over. Joshua laughs out loud. JP4 goes TH.
What is TH? What is that?
I have no idea. He goes.
Are they booing and hissing at me?
I don't know. I just tried to make the sound of the TH. Fine, don't read my. Oh!
What?
Sorry, comic artist. Comic artist says, "Hey Rick, when do I get to do a cover for you? Anytime you want, or maybe you could do a second. You could either do, although I'm not sure how far off it is. Canadian Shield issue 2 cover, or a Snowdrift #1 cover, or you can do another #1. I just don't know how 3 variants on the same thing is going to go over.
Well, why don't you just, have him draw one of these cross comic kids,
Yeah.
jumbos? Or are you biased?
Or you could design something for the Cross Comics merch.
Yeah.
Before says it's okay to be ignored.
And JW Artist is a fantastic artist.
Yes. I don't know how I missed your thing.
What?
I'm just saying I don't know how I missed his thing. I went from Model's Illuminati thing to Model. Oh no, Eagle's Illuminati thing.
Yeah, you're all up in that Illuminati, Rick.
And then Model's Scorpio didn't. JW Comic Artist says, "Can I do a variant of you and Dylan drinking from the same ice cream shake? 2 straws, 1 cup." No.
What a pervert that guy is. Besides, everybody knows I don't share food.
JP4 says yes. And as I just said, no. Or maybe you can do a trading card type thing. That might be something I release at one of my stretch goals.
Are you going to be doing trading cards?
Yeah, I was thinking of maybe doing a fan card series. With trading cards eventually.
That's going to be difficult to get permission from all the fans that have sent you stuff.
Or I might do like a set limited of 7 characters or 14, something like that, 20 characters. Actually, that reminds me. John, you did a flame a long time back. I think one of the first characters you did of mine. You think you can scan that in and send it to me?
I don't have that anymore.
What do you mean? Did you get rid of it?
Yeah.
What did you do to it?
I don't know. Probably threw it away.
That's nice to hear. He draws something and then throws it away.
What do you want me to do with it? To keep it around?
Yeah.
Well, you told me it was all wrong, so I just threw it away.
I never said that.
You never said. Get out of here.
You never said it
That was like one of the first drawings that you ever said it was all wrong.
Might have said one or two.
You're like it. You said the hat doesn't really go like that. It's more of like a net that hangs down over the front. I was like, what?
And Model says we've changed the title of the animated series to The Unauthorized Canadian Shield.
Ooh, that sounds even more saucy. Now I really want to see it.
The Unauthorized Biography of the Canadian Shield. That is looking good, John.
Cool. I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna, because this is I don't like coloring, dude. I'll tell you.
Bullet says, I can't believe this is still going. Well, I decided to keep it going while John was coloring this.
Well, I'm almost done.
Model says, behind the hero, the Canadian shield.
To I got to finish this. Whoops. That's not supposed to be that color. There we go.
Oops. Art says, might as well see it through. Says Reed. Eagle says, the unauthorized story of a group that brought you unauthorized projects. Rick, you were supposed to make me cookies and mail them to me. When was this?
Are you ducking out on your responsibilities again, Rick?
People keep saying I've made these commitments when I haven't.
That's not something I normally see on other channels, though. Is it possible that you did make these commitments, but you are neglecting to remember them?
Oh, I'm sure I didn't make these commitments.
Because, like, I don't see like, nobody on Bullet's channel is telling him he made commitments that he never did. Nobody on JP4's channel is accusing him of shirking his commitments.
I am. He hasn't went to Canada yet in his game.
Well, that's because we haven't finished the touring Canada, the across Canada tour banner. It's right here. I'm gonna finish this probably sometime tomorrow, and then he can start his own journey across Canada tour to promote and drum up interest for the Canadian Shield. Something that you seem to not be interested in doing.
Excuse me. I'm not interested in doing what? Promoting the Canadian Shield?
Yep.
Oh, no, that's why I'm drawing it 3 days a week on my channel.
That's it. I don't know. It seems to me like you're more interested in promoting DC and Marvel every single day.
Hey, they get some people in. But let's see what comics artist said last week, apparently, that I had said this. Eagle says, Rick Cat has rejected her new name of Sister Rick. Bullet says, that is true. Not sure what about exactly.
Probably something I said.
Bullet says, Evan says, can I start accusing people, Dylan?
What did he say?
Can I start accusing people, Dillard?
Oh, this is America. You can do whatever you want.
Comic artist says, Rick, I'm going to try my hardest to get your book funded. In return, I need cookies. C is for cookie. It's so. What's that say? I forget what Cookie Monster says. C is for cookie. It's good enough for me.
Yeah, cookies are pretty good, Rick. I'll give you that.
Yeah, my mom made some pretty good peanut butter cookies a few weeks ago.
Well, I mean like real cookies, like chocolate chip cookies.
She could probably make those, but she made these from scratch herself.
Yeah, but peanut butter is an inferior baking ingredient.
How about peanut butter chocolate chip?
Yeah, peanut butter anything just makes it worse.
Evan says, Dillard, You said Skittle Battle was on tonight.
I did not. That's a fake accusation. You already said you were making fake accusations.
Eagle says, Bullet said he would play detective games. Hashtag Detective Squad. Bullets laugh out loud. Eagle says, yeah, whatever happened to Skittle Battle? Skittle Battle.
Script Battle will return for a season 2 when I get a decent computer for streaming.
Evan says hashtag Bullet line. Eagle says also John said he would do a Disney Raven movie night where him and Bullet would sing along.
That is true.
Model says Memoff is stuck in developmental. Comic artist says Dillard draws like a left-handed musician.
What? That sounds like an insult.
Let's see. Evan says, what's wrong with Memoff, model? Memoff. It's Mima? Bullet says, wait, that's the first time hearing of it.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Never mind, I remember. Joshua canceled it. Model says Cat demanded creative involvement.
All right, so that's done. Colors, anyway. Maybe I can do something like, I don't know, like.
Evan says, really? Why doesn't she work on her own show? Art of Reed says, where is Cat? Joshua says, I didn't cancel it, don't blame me! That's just meme!
So, is there anything in particular you want me to include them saying?
Not that I can think of. Joshua says, that's not what I said, Rick. I embellished a little. Embellished.
You were making fun of him. I heard it.
Evan says, Art of Reed says, laugh out loud. Joshua finally says, laugh out loud. But that might have been to Evan's statement of, do I need to show the receipts, Joshua? Show you the receipts? And he goes, sure, Evan, show me. We know you cannot produce these Receipts. Not the real ones. They will be fake if you show them. And I'm really embellishing now. JP4 says, is that anime, John? No, it's Cross Kids. Cross Comics Kids.
No, this is an anime. What?
I guess it does look a bit anime-ish with,
It's
the
just
simplification.
it's just sketchy. That's all.
Are you saying anime is sketchy?
No, I'm saying my drawings are super sketch.
And then Bullet says, is this ska? Somehow I think I know what that means, and no.
What's ska? I don't get it.
I know I've heard of it, but I forget.
Like the music. Like what No Doubt used to be. Okay, so what did I say she was going to say, Rick?
Something like, hey, here's your ball. It fell into our yard or ended up in our yard. Something like that.
Okay, let's see. Oh, her name is Hey Scorpio. Oh, what the heck? I did it all in white. Okay, hold on.
Model says Pope Fire is holding Starfire's head and taunting Cat. There's no face on that ball. It can't be Starfire's head. So that's Hey Scorpio. I think the wind blew your ball into our yard.
There you go.
That's not an eye, that's glare, Joshua. Glare.
Help me out with this dialogue, Rick. You write these characters.
Oh, what you got? What's that so far?
Why would this?
Why would this? Joshua says, you're stressing me out. No, Cat, you're stressing me out. Wow. Trying to get a kidify the character in my head. I'm thinking, darn, she brought it back. I wanted to accuse her of stealing it. These heroes always nice and loving, or something like that. Uh, Eagle says, Rick, who's your universe's Michael Myers? And that's sure. Model says, she says, orange ball bad. Why on earth would Snowdrift return me my property? Ah, she kicks. Is that she kicks? Model says the cross comics. Kids sure practically writes themselves. A pox on you, Snowdrift. GP4's saying the same sentiment as model. Art of Reed's going laugh out loud. I hate you slightly less now. Model says, well, I'm off to work on the scenes where the Canadian Shield wakes up from his worst firewater hangover ever.
All right, now I'm going to put down here. What would you like me to put? Right here, I put a C. And I'll put
JP4 says, good thing this is unauthorized. Art Reed says, we've been blowing stuff up tonight, hosers. He goes, firewater. JP says, I'm editing a model blow up video. Oh, hey, Lady Celtic Moon, how are you doing? She said she swung by to say hi. Well, hi back. John is just doing up something that's been come up with Cross Comics Kids, where put the kidify Cross Comics characters and hopefully teach a moral lesson in a three panel comic strip. So he basically drew most of this on air, colored it, and put the lettering in. So hopefully, if other people want to do this, they can, and put a scripture or moral lesson to it.
We need to put the scripture up here.
I'm not sure where exactly it is, but do good to those that do evil to you, or something to that effect. I think it's in the Beatitudes or Matthew. Let's see whether I can find it. Do good to those. JB says, burn your neighbor's house to the ground. I don't think exactly what we're trying to promote here. Particular listening. I say, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you. Luke 6, verse 27.
All right, I'm saving this as a PNG. I'm going to send it over to you, Rick, and you do with it what you want.
Uh-huh.
And then let's see here. And if you want me to put it up on mine as well, I'll do that too.
Yeah. Let's see. Model says, I'm a fan of Eye for Eye personally. JB4 says you spelled enemy wrong.
How do you spell enemy?
He spelled enemy wrong too. T-M-E-Y.
No, I'll send it to Rick. He's an editor. He can edit it. All right. There it is. And there you go, Rick. Let me do one more thing real quick. Damn it.
JP4 says E-N-E-M-Y. E-M-E-M-Y.
Save as PNG. Save. Yes.
Model
Yes.
John is going to have neighbors getting enemas.
What?
Model says John is going to have neighbors getting enemas,
There
giving
you go.
kidneys to each other.
All right, there you go. So there's a template if you want to send it to somebody.
Okay. Well, yeah. Anybody who wants to do one of these, let me know. I'll send you the template, and I think that's about it. You want to promote yourself there, John?
Nah, I'm good. I got to go to the bathroom. I'll see you guys later.
Okay, later. Thank everybody for tuning into this evening and all that wonderful stuff. Watching me draw Stargirl, watching John draw the first thing of Cross Comics Kids. Hopefully, people out there will want to get in on this. And I'll put them up different places. I might make a page on my Cross Comics thing. I might do that. Cross Comics Kids. Do a page, Cross Comics Kids, under the fan art section. So if you do one, we'll put it up there and might put it out a few other places. So hopefully you enjoyed all this. And we will see everyone tomorrow. I've got a couple videos to do today. Hopefully they will go up today. So watch for those. They might go up real close to each other. And we will see you all later. Tomorrow, high noon. Bye for now. God bless. Have a great, wonderful night. Love y'all.